Welcome gamers, my name is the Red Pyro and today I've got some Battlefront Beta gameplay. One thing that I wanted to point out is that the aircraft vehicles are not as hard as everyone made them out to be. A lot of people that I watch playing the Battlefront Beta weren't using the lock-on feature, which is probably the most crucial feature in this game. Now, the great thing about this feature is that it actually is the same button that you would use for ADS in-game, like when you're on the ground. So it's a lot easier to use than most people would think, and it really helps in engaging enemies in the air and to, stop them from stopping you from damaging the AT-ATs, at those crucial moments if you're the rebels, or, stopping aircraft in the air trying to damage the AT-ATs, stuff like that. And the one reason why I wanted to point this out is because the aircraft vehicles are the most crucial thing about this Walker Assault mode, because they're the ones that can do the most damage in the shortest amount of time. Yeah, you can sit there and you can blast the AT-AT all day, all you want, with your ion shots. That's not going to do a dang thing compared to what the actual aircraft can do to the AT-AT. I mean, they've got the blasters that will do massive amounts of damage each shot, as well as the missiles that could do even more damage. So it makes more sense to, use the aircraft to its advantage, right? Because that's what they're there for in the game. Now, the different aircraft that you can use the TIE Fighter, the TIE Interceptor, the X-Wing, the A-Wing, and the Airspeeder. Now, these are specific to each side, so if you're using if you are the Imperials, you can only use the TIE Fighter and the TIE Interceptors. If you are the Rebels, you can only use the X-Wings and the A-Wings and the Airspeeders. This is because of the random drops that are within the map. Now, I found that my favorite aircraft to use was the A-Wing. This is because it has the best top speed and the medium lower speed for, trying to get as much power in your shot as possible. And I found it a lot easier to maneuver around with the A-Wing. Also, it does the most damage against the AT-ATs from what I've seen. And to me, that just speaks volumes to, the way that they thought of the mechanics of the aircraft, and, the fact that you have to divert some power towards speed, and that takes away some power to the blasters, or vice versa. Now, you also have these buttons on the D-pad that can either control your view or evade, incoming enemies from behind. The left and right on the D-pad are to go left and right in an evasive maneuver. The up is to go, basically to do a flip and come the other direction, to do a 180-degree turn. And the down on the D-pad is to switch between first-person view, so in the cockpit, or third-person view, the view that I'm on right now. This is very useful. The reason why I think it's very useful is because, in third-person view you can see a lot more, right? But in first-person view you actually get the view of what it would be like in real life if you were actually flying it, right? It wouldn't be you like, scoping out from the outside of your vehicle, able to see all around. You would have a limited field of vision. So it's handy in that way just because you can see the different perspective of what it would be like, right? But as you can see, you do massive amounts of damage each time you shoot at the AT-AT when its shields are down. So what I would suggest is not exactly to get as many uplinks the first time, but I would do it the second time, because that is when you will have the A-Wings the A-Wings can do the most damage. And that's just my personal opinion on what I've actually seen in game. And I played it a lot, trust me. I played this game quite a bit. And I've just found that the A-Wings are the better of all the aircrafts. So the reason why I say this is because when you're doing all these uplinks and you're getting all these Y-Wing bombers in, you also have to realize that they do take time to do those runs, right? So if you have like 10 Y-Wing bombers, it's going to be close to the next checkpoint when you're done with that Y-Wing run, right? And when the shields are back up, and then they activate the next, you are actually able to activate the next uplinks at that time. So it gives you less of a chance to get more Y-Wings in the second time, right? Because they're still walking and they're still going to that next checkpoint. So that's why I would say to wait for the second checkpoint to start activating those uplinks consistently, like to actually getting the Y-Wing, more and more Y-Wings. And the reason why I say this is because I have actually played a game where, you know, we had a bunch of Y-Wing bombers on the second checkpoint, and I was in the A-Wing, and we did massive amounts of damage. Actually, we got one of the walkers all the way down in just that round, and we almost got the other walker down in that round as well. So I'm not saying that you can't do the first checkpoint, like do that, just don't do as many Y-Wing bombers. But anyways, these were just some tips for you guys. Hopefully you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next video.